Hey everybody, Vanessa here from Vanessa in Dallas. I just got back from my New York summer trip with my family, which included my husband and my in-laws. And I'm still not over what a great time that we had in New York. It was my in-laws' first time visiting New York City, and we love the city so much that we really wanted them to enjoy it as much as we have. My husband and I put together an itinerary since it was their first visit. We wanted to make sure that we had a plan, we knew where to go, and at the end of the trip they would have the most amazing time. I think we put together a pretty good itinerary because we saw so much in about the 3 days that we were there. That's why I wanted to share our itinerary with you, just in case it's your first time visiting New York. The planning, I know, can get overwhelming, but hopefully this video can help you narrow down the things that you want to see. How do you prepare for New York? First of all, you want to go comfortable. You want to make sure that you're wearing comfortable shoes because no matter what you do, you're going to do some type of walking, whether it's walking just 2 blocks or walking for 15 minutes. You're going to do some walking. I like to use New York sometimes to try different things that I normally maybe wouldn't have felt comfortable wearing here at home. So New York is such a great place. If there's a style that you've been interested in trying, New York is such a great place to play with clothing, try different styles. It could be a lot of fun. I actually wrote a blog post about things to do in New York for your first visit, so you can visit vanessaindallas.com if it's something that you want to read. Okay, so one of the places that we visited was Little Italy and Chinatown. I love this area because it's just completely different, nothing I've ever seen before. Little Italy is filled with Italian restaurants and tiny markets, as well as Chinatown, filled with a lot of Chinese cuisine and delicious food. I love Chinese, Asian food, and I love Italian food, so that is definitely the place to hang out. You can find areas, markets that you can visit, some gift shops, so you can definitely do some window shopping, as well as eating some delicious food. So this is a really good place to plan lunch, dinner, because it's really nice at night, especially. I enjoyed Little Italy at night. It's awesome during the day as well. But this was the place that we had dinner, and we also did some of our gift shopping there. So Little Italy and Chinatown, definitely a place. If you want to schedule that for dinner or lunch, I highly recommend. I've only visited the Empire State Building at night. I haven't gone during the day. The Empire State Building, I feel, is a must visit because you get the most amazing views of the entire city. Highly, highly recommend you grabbing some tickets and going. For me, Central Park is a place that I see in the movies. Some of my favorite celebrities have graced this park. So going to this park, definitely add this to your list. It's an area where if you are a workout person, you like to exercise, run, definitely run, exercise in this park so you can scratch that off your list of places that you've exercised at, or you can just take a nice little stroll. There are things to see. It's very family friendly, so if you have kids, you can definitely take them along as well. Statue of Liberty. Oh my goodness, this is so iconic for me, and of course for my family, just because of everything the Statue of Liberty stands for. This time though, this is my 3rd time seeing the Statue of Liberty, but my first time actually visiting the island, so we actually got some tickets where a ferry or boat took us from Manhattan to the island. And it was so amazing to see her up close and personal. We actually reserved tickets to enter and go all the way up to the crown of the Statue of Liberty. However, you have to book those tickets really early in advance, just FYI. You see so many cultures, so many people that are there visiting. You hear so many different languages. There are little places there you can eat. They have bathrooms, so you can spend quite some time there at the Statue of Liberty. If you want to see some of your favorite Broadway shows, such as The Lion King, I highly recommend you booking those tickets in advance. That one in particular fills up really quick. You can get discounted tickets the day of at the TKS ticket booth, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. There's also an app where you can look at the where you can look at the Broadway shows. The only thing is you have to buy them the day of, as they're matinee type of tickets. So we ended up seeing Pretty Woman, which was a happy medium type of Broadway show. Since it was my in-laws' first time seeing a Broadway show, that one had 4 seats for us to sit, and then it was a good happy medium, like I mentioned. While you're there, you will run into Times Square because the TKS booth is actually located in Times Square. So Times Square is really good to go visit as well. It's so touristic. It's such a touristic spot to visit, but I highly recommend going at night to Times Square because the screens that you see there's just tons of screens everywhere. It looks amazing. For your first visit, definitely include Times Square on your list of places to go. High Line is a historic freight train that New York turned into kind of almost like a walkway. You can see different architectural buildings and designs. It's a very nice area. It reminds me a lot like a park that's kind of above the city, so to speak. It's really creative how they turned a freight train railroad into some type of park walkway. Greenwich Village, I love Greenwich Village. It's actually one of the more quieter spots in Manhattan. It also has my favorite pizza place, which is Bleecker Street Pizza, or Bleecker Pizza. I don't know why I'm getting it confused, but Bleecker Pizza, you must go there and try the delicious pizza. It is so good. I can probably go every day. My in-laws loved it. It is inexpensive and it is delicious. Definitely add that to your list of places to go. 9/11 Memorial, we all know the events that completely changed our country. It's a great place to visit and kind of pay your respects, just to remember these lives that were lost, as it's a part of our history. Brooklyn Bridge. Okay, so the Brooklyn Bridge we did not get to visit this time, but I have visited before. If you want to get to the center of the Brooklyn Bridge, you are going to do some walking, at least we did, but it's really neat to see. You get really nice views of the city. The Brooklyn Bridge is iconic in a lot of movies. Ivan and I have visited the Brooklyn Bridge before. You get to see the Brooklyn Bridge and the design up close and also get really nice city views. Bronx Zoo. So this was the first time moving away from Manhattan, and we spent some time at the Bronx Zoo. My in-laws love zoos, so we thought we'd throw it in there. The Bronx Zoo is huge, but what I did enjoy about the Bronx Zoo is that it's very interactive. So whether you have kids or you're just going with you and your loved one, the zoos I feel like are for anybody. And I really enjoyed it because it was interactive. I enjoyed the tour that we took. It was almost like behind the scenes zoo tour that we took. We did get the ticket that was the all experience ticket, which was about $38, because there's some exhibitions at the zoo that if you don't have that ticket, you're not allowed to go in. So just FYI on that ticket. And the last place that we did get to visit as we were roaming around, we were trying to find places to rest and kind of just gaze, look at people watching all sorts of things. And Washington Square Park is such a great place to do that because you get to see a lot of the locals. Like you get to see locals playing chess, just people doing and living their lives, just kind of in their own world, doing their thing. You get to visit the infamous arc that sits in Washington Square Park. So those are the things that we did at our summer New York trip. I hope it gives you a little bit of insight and you've jotted some things down of some places that you want to visit for your first time in New York. I hope you have a lot of fun as we did. We will probably visit New York again. It's slowly becoming our go-to city that Ivan and I share. Vibrant, there's so many people, high energy, and it is such a great place to experience, at least once in your life. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to visit my blog post, which goes into greater detail about these areas that I just shared with you at www.vanessaanddallas.com. Thanks, bye.